Hey guys, it's your boy here. Today we're going to be going over what I run normally for kit when I go ahead and do my LARPing, because it's just something I've decided to dump my money into. Yeah, so let's just get into it right now. All right, so first and foremost, chest rig. Looks a little drippy. This is from Varja Tactical, I believe it's V-A-J-A-R-A Tactical. Also known as Flex Tac, which you can tell by the print, Flex Tac. Really actually pretty awesome little chest rig that I have here, modeled after a Spiritu Systems Mark IV. I want to say, I probably have a Mark IV somewhere back there to compare, but I'm not pulling it out right now. But super simple. I have a Velcro piece I put all my fun patches on. Right now I'm rocking some white phosphor and pink, of course. And then I have a Axle Advanced. This is a snake skin thing I got on a drop at one point. A little pouch holder with some fun stuff inside. Got trauma shears, never know when you need to cut something. Got my multi-tool, that's always important with tools as well, which funny enough, this little multi-tool, I love this thing to death. You open it up, and this little back piece, you can fit all these little heads in, so if you're doing like a quick repair on the field, whether it's real steel or LARPing, you can go ahead and do that. Obviously I have a little handheld IR light with red and stuff, which is really good for doing that nighttime goon stuff. Then of course, we can't ever go ahead and forget about Judy. And if you know about Judy, you know about Judy. But that stuff aside, it's got insert here, random Amazon special insert, holding around 3 mags, which really nice. Pop this guy off. Super simple package, like I said, modeled after Spiritus Mark IV. One other thing that I normally keep on me, which I think fell off, is these little guys, arc bands. Really cool. Basically, I kind of like to think that they take the place of a rubber band on your kit instead of having like a pocket of rubber bands. These are good for cable management, holding things, whatever you want to go ahead and do, put chem lights on it and stuff. They're little clip guys. Can't remember the name of the company. I'll put it in somewhere so you guys are able to go ahead and check them out. But I have a whole bunch of these. I usually carry like 1 or 2 extra on me if I don't have a pocket of rubber bands, which I don't know why I bought those if I have that. Next up, we got the actual plate carrier itself. This is a low profile slick plate carrier from Peros. Really cool, really light, which is why I got it. I do a lot of running around. I also like to drop kit, which you shouldn't ever do, but I do anyways. And of course, it's in splatter, this is the only splatter plate carrier I've been able to find. And it's from Peros Tactical. Peros Tactical? Peros Design? Peros, Instagram. Bam. The thing. And it's splattered. Like I said, if you can't tell, I'm kind of all about the flashy loadouts. But this thing is awesome. Super just fits my needs. What's next? With everything that goes on the outside of the plate carrier, what you put in it, on it, around it, also super important. The cool things about Peros as well, that you got all this like cable management stuff, these little Velcro pieces, which is super cool, especially because I run my radio actually on the side here on a wing. Now, the reason I have it on a wing is because this is just what, with the BDS quick clip systems, which I'll dive into that in a second, is just what fits. Normally, when I run a radio, I actually use a MC Codex rack. These things are killer. I love them. I'm definitely not just plugging him because he's a sponsor of this channel, but also because he's a good friend of mine. This is a hard Kydex clamshell holster for your Baofeng, for your any sort of radio that he makes. He makes a whole bunch of different styles for it. And they are mouse clipped up, so you can go ahead and put it on any molly webbing you can, on a belt, things like that. I just, with how it's set up here, don't have that space. And it's just so much easier here, because when I'm running and gunning and doing fancy LARP stuff, if I need to take out my radio, it's just move this little bungee aside, and I'm not doing it now because I just am lazy, and you just pull it out, do what you gotta do, and you're set. That's why I have it like that. Now, as far as how the actual plate carrier fits on my body, I have Blaze Defense Systems quick clip system, which again, super killer, super easy to use. You go ahead and you slide them on like that, boom, they click in, they're not moving anywhere. I have a first spear carrier that has a tube system as well. I love it to death, and to take them off, you can pull either up or down, pull out like you should be taught in high school, and that is that. It's great. They don't come in purple, funny enough. I did that myself, and if you guys follow my Instagram, you'll know I'm just ruin everything nice that's ever given to me. It's probably why I've turned out the way I did. But moving on from that, you got the quick clip system, really great. You got the little pouches and stuff like that on the side. On the back of the plate carrier, to match the overall splattered vibe, is a Head-On Tactical V5 pack. Again, one of the companies I'd love to rep, one of their kits that I absolutely fawn and fiend over. Really great. They have a little bit of laser cut webbing on the side, which you can see. I decided to put an extra mag on here for buddy purposes or for myself. I absolutely need it. With a MC Kydex M4 mag holster carrier, synonymous. Things rock solid. As you can see, I've beaten the hell out of it, and I have it upside down because cool guys move fast. The great thing about this V5 pack is that I have it mouse clipped actually into the plate carrier itself. But with it, you can go ahead and get a chest rig option to run it just as a chest rig. You can go, or not chest rig, run it with a chest rig. Or you can go ahead and get backpack straps, which I actually do a lot because I do live in a pretty densely populated area. Need to run groceries, things like that. A lot of times you'll catch me at games doing fun stuff with it as a chest rig, dangler, the whole nine, because when it's 90 degrees in Georgia heat, you don't really want to be wearing a plate carrier and you can't run around a banana hammock. Been yelled at once, let's not do that again. But this guy has got an awesome big old pouch, Velcro on the inside, high vis stuff. You can go ahead and fit your hydration carrier. You can go ahead and fit little stacking cubes if you need to. All that fun stuff. Ignore the fan, it's gonna get kind of loud. And again, I love it. I cannot recommend that company enough. And then my trusted companion has been with me through years and years of bullshit, Jeremy. If you know, you know. And if I didn't touch on it already, these shoulder pads come with Paris' stuff as well. I don't know what else to say. They're soft shoulder pads, and they prevent chafing, and they're soft. The thing, okay, so hold up. Shoulder pads are key. Like, there's some dudes, y'all psychopaths, by the way. Like, look at this. So you take your standard carrier, right? I'm getting a little heated here. Get this out of here. So you have this. How that is so, like, ow. When it's, again, 90 degrees, Georgia heat, Midwest heat, it's humid, it's cutting into your skin. I want to be comfortable when I'm doing this stuff. Y'all, you need shoulder pads. I would even take ace wrapped bandages around something like this. So the fact that some companies like Peros, First Spear, I don't know, Mayflower, if you remember back in that day, they come with shoulder pads, or you can get HSGI shoulder pads for like, what, 20 bucks on Amazon sometimes? Just get them. It's like the one thing I'll harp on you. Like, that's why I brought it up to you so many times, because I'm like, how do you run stuff without shoulder? Yo, I'm out. Like, I can't. But yeah, shoulder pads. They got the little cable management stuff like that in it as well, which is cool. This guy though, since I see you moving on there, is a Disco 32 Kenwood 2-pin Baofeng PTT thing, which hooks up to my helmet, which is not to be found right now. But this is cool. A little high, but then again, that's just where I've been able to put it with how this daily rig is kind of set up. With everything else, right? I do have danglers I run. I only run two different kinds of danglers. Either the ones actually, well, I guess there's only really two kinds of danglers, really. It's the ones that go like right on the bottom, like that. Super easy. They're up here, which is great. I do like this kind of dangler, and I have a different color, couple different colors. It does match. This is from the same company, Varja Tactical, well, Flex Tac. But actually, here's the brand, because I can. My brain is a little mushy right now for that. But dangler, super important. You can fit just about anything in there. I usually go ahead and fit smoke grenades, pyro, whatever ends up being, granola bars, Skittles. You get hungry on the field, man. You really do. That's super important. Stay well nutrition, although I don't know how gummy bears and fruit snacks. Sustained, yeah. Do gummy bears and fruit snacks really sustain you that much? I mean, you're gonna crash from sugar, but I guess it's why we LARP, right? But the one that I run 9 times out of 10 is this guy, which again is in the glorious print. This is a all skill, no luck. First, I don't want to get this wrong, which is an all skill, no luck flying squirrel pack. It's called Hijack because the funny print is just what they branded for that. This guy, I love it for a couple of reasons. One, you can, if you wanted to, peel this guy up and turn it into like your normal dangler. Fits on the back of your PC, which is awesome. You just sorry YouTube. Boom. And you got a big, thick boy dangler, right? I don't normally run it like this though, just because I'm a dude who's got a short little torso and long legs, so I don't have that much room up yonder. How I run it is exactly how you see, is just like this. And I'll go ahead and put it on my waist, and I have it adjusted, sits right in front of the family bits, because nothing is worse than coming around a corner and getting shot where the sun don't shine. We've all been there. It's not airsoft unless it happens. And this has saved my bacon so many times. It's great. It's a bullet sponge. Also, the internal space on here is actually not half bad. You got a decent amount of internal space, arguably more than a lot of the other danglers you'll see around. You have patch space here. Let's just get rid of that guy. Patch space, a little bit of molly webbing if you can see on in there for whatever sort of things you want. And then the coolest part about this whole pack is if you want to go ahead and muck around doing whatever, or if you just want to run it as a standalone, you can actually turn this whole guy into a backpack kind of deal. It's like a light little pack, which is so cool to me. You actually get a decent amount of room in this guy. I have run this at so many events because I didn't have the head-on tactical pack, I didn't have anything else to run it, and it was hot. Like Copperhead in the middle of the desert, key. Run around with almost nothing. Again, can't run around banana hammocks. And I love this thing. This is probably one of my favorite pieces of kit, if not for everything else. So throwing it all back on, not that hard because I keep it kind of light and simple. Oh, thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, I'm concerned about the microphone.
Oh, I made sure it wasn't gonna get ganked.
I know, but I also need it high so that I can actually
Hear me.
Saying.
Yeah. Can you just clip it on my t-shirt? Looks like such a professional. Where does this arc band go that I just talked about?
Where do I always put it? Do I show you?
This is what happens when you're in it for the meme, not for the serious stuff. But obviously, can't ever forget the dick dangler. Oh. So this is what I go ahead and use 99% of the time. I have a couple different M4s I use, but this is my bread and butter. It's a Mark 18 by Fatco. I have everything kind of set up here just the way I need it for CQB purposes, because that's normally what I do versus indoor games, outdoor games, big LARP event, just it's what I like. I have it kind of set up in a way so everything's super close to my body at all times. I have everything as forward as possible. I have a riser here because it's just easier to get down. Extend that out. Just easier to go ahead and get down, get on whatever poor rental kid you're gonna be hitting, and it just makes life 10 times easier. If you go take a look at how the sling is set up, I have some quick attach points, some QD stuff, because a lot of times if I need to drop this for whatever reason, it goes down, who knows. You can just clip here, super nice, super easy, super quick, because you're not moving quick, you're lame. Oh, throw this guy on the outside of the hoodie, and it sits right yonder, right in front. Very easy to get to everything. And it just, again, I just like things closer to my body. The other cool thing about this rifle, the way I have it set up, is with this sling that I have, you can go like this. That way, you move it farther across from your body or away from your body. Get stuff in your pouches, things like that. And it's super, it's ergonomic for me, man. A lot of people set up the rifles in a way when it comes to like the rifles and their kit to have it a certain way, to have it whatever. I know it does look exactly like how you should and set up a rifle, but this is just what works for me. So do what works for you. When it comes to where your plate carrier is set up, to where pouches are and stuff, like I can grab this mag easy if I have to, throw it in, and as long as you're comfortable with it, in my eyes, it's kind of what matters the most. So that's it for this video. Quick little gear review. Well, probably not quick because I rambled on about shoulder pads for about 3 minutes there. You gotta get shoulder pads, guys. But that's about it. Check me out on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, OnlyFans, OnlyFeet, all the social media platforms. We'll link everything in the description down below. Any other questions, let me know and I'll cover it in the next video. And that's it. Stay drippy, boys.